Today, we're diving deep into one of the most powerful qualities any of us can have: determination. So, you know that feeling, right? When life just gets heavy, the challenges start piling up, everything feels overwhelming, and just moving forward seems almost impossible. Look, we've all been there. The real question isn't if it's going to happen, it's what are you going to do when it does? So, what's the answer to that huge question? Well, the source material we're digging into today puts it so simply, it's actually beautiful. Determination is staying committed when life gets heavy. It's not about pretending the weight isn't there. No way. It's about figuring out how to carry it and just keep going. Okay, that sounds great, but how? How do we actually do that? And this is probably the most important part of this whole conversation. Determination, it's not some magic power you're born with. It's not even a feeling you wait for. It's a set of actions. It's something you actually have to practice. And this practice, it really breaks down into 3 key steps, 3 core actions. First, you got to keep moving, even when you hit a setback. Second, you adjust your plan. And third, this one's huge, you reframe your story. Let's break each of those down. So that first action, it's all about pure persistence. It's that stubborn refusal to be stopped. Not by the first obstacle, not the second, not even the 10th. It's that simple, gut-wrenching decision to get back up after you fall down. To take one more step and then another one, even when everything inside you is screaming to just quit. You could say this is the raw engine of determination. But here's the thing, just being persistent isn't quite enough. See, determination is also smart. That brings us to action number 2, being adaptable. Think about it. If you run into a brick wall, you don't just keep smashing your head against it, right? Of course not. You take a step back, you look around, you figure out a way over it or around it. You adjust your plan. This is about being strategic, not just blindly stubborn. And that leads us to the third action. And honestly, this one might be the most powerful of them all. This one happens entirely inside your own head. It's all about the story, the narrative you tell yourself about what's going on. It's how you frame the struggle itself. And really, when it comes down to it, you've got 2 choices here. You can look at what you're going through and call it a bad season. Something temporary, a tough patch. Or you can let it become my whole story, a permanent label that defines who you are. Determination, it's making that very conscious choice to say, nope, this one bad season is not going to be my whole story. So, okay, you keep moving, you adjust your plan, you change the story you're telling yourself. But why? Why go through all that work? It's hard. What's the real payoff for practicing something so difficult? The answer is actually really simple, but also kind of profound. It's strength. And I'm not talking about muscle. I'm talking about a deep internal resilience. It's like every single time you practice these steps, you're forging something unbreakable inside yourself. And where does that strength come from? It comes from learning one single core belief. See, this whole process, it isn't just about surviving a hard time. It's about what that journey teaches you about who you are. It drills this one simple, powerful truth deep into your bones. And here it is. This is the belief you earn. I can handle hard things. It's not loud, it's not arrogant, it's a quiet confidence. And it's not built because things were easy for you. It's built because you have proven to yourself time and again that you can endure and adapt when things are incredibly hard. That is the strength that determination builds. So, in the end, this whole thing really comes back to you. When life gets heavy, and it will, when you find yourself in the middle of one of those bad seasons, just remember that you get to choose the narrative. You're the one holding the pen. So the real question is, what story are you going to tell?